like this save is going to go down the route that this idea was fantastic for about 5 minutes until I actually started to save. Like, I thought Benevento were bad, but this is taking the piss now. And at what point do my careers just become sad to watch rather than embarrassing or funny? I mean, these videos weren't very funny anyway, but if you'd like to like and subscribe, then no. The first episode of the series saw us take on Brighton away from home, and we lost 2-0, which I thought, okay, not a bad result. It's our first game in the Premier League. Hopefully it'll get better than this. It didn't, and it got a lot worse. Oh, and shout out to Roman Pavlyuchenko, who became the first ever goal scorer of Throwback United with a bullet header, although Jordan Pickford, after his World Cup heroics, decided to perform some heroics of his own and let that in. So at the moment, we're currently bottom of the league, which means we're overachieving. We've lost all 3 league games, including a 5-1 defeat away to Bournemouth, but we did get knocked out of the Carabao Cup by Yeovil Town away from home in the 83rd minute. It's not great, is it? So in this episode, we do take on Southampton at home, and I've picked this game because I based the Throwback United team in Portsmouth, which means this is basically a South Coast derby. I mean, it's not the real South Coast derby. This is like a South Coast derby between Bournemouth and Brighton. It doesn't really matter. But I would like to beat Southampton anyway. So I should probably explain the origins of Throwback United, how we came about picking the players that were in the team, and how I created their stats. So one of my viewers on Twitch called Sam thought of an idea called Throwback United, where we pick players that people reminisce about from the Premier League era, and then we put them into a team and see if they can survive in the Premier League. Sam then sent me an extensive list via email, where I then took all those names and organised them in Excel into their position, and then put all the names into classtools.net, and the first 4 players that were picked were then put onto a Twitter poll for you to vote. And then in terms of the voting, I said the top 3 or top 2 voted players would then be in the team. Now, to find the stats, that was the more difficult part. I made a list of the players on a piece of paper and then went through their Wikipedia pages and looked at when they would be at their peak. That peak being in quotation marks. And for some of the football managers, it was easy because they're on Steam, so I could just re-download it, go on the game, and then find the stats, and then uninstall the game. Easy peasy. But for some of the players, their peak was in Football Manager 2005 and Football Manager 2006. And that was the more difficult part because they're not on Steam. So in order to overcome those problems, I had to download the demos for any Football Manager before 2009. So on 2008 and 2007, it was easy. They were on English websites. For 2006, I had to get it off a Polish website. And for 2005, I had to get it off this Thai website where I couldn't actually translate it and I was just clicking buttons. So if I've got a virus on my computer now and it's infected, I'm just going to have to shoot it in the face. Now, with the goalkeeper injury crisis really crippling my team, with Thomas Kuszczak being the only fit goalkeeper I have, it means that I went out and got Thomas Mejias on loan from Middlesbrough until January, until Chris Kirkland is fit again. I mean, I doubt I'm going to play him, but I mean, Thomas Kuszczak is probably going to get injured. I mean, Mejias shouldn't get injured, should he? Oh, great. Is this just going to happen all the time? Now, moving on to the game against Southampton, there is another reshuffle. We went 5-3-2 away at Bournemouth and somehow managed to concede 5 goals. So with that in mind, I've decided to go and put 5 in midfield instead. So Lee Tai will come into midfield and we only play 1 up front in Amir Zaki. Also, if you look at that first 11, I'm pretty sure all of them have been relegated from the Premier League, so that's good omens for the future. Okay, morale is a bit low, but the only way we're going to improve the morale is if we start winning some games. And we have to start winning some games because Derby County set the lowest points total in Premier League history with 11. And at this rate, we're going to beat that. Oh, this is going well. This game's running slower than Jan Vendegaard Hesseling when he's through on goal. As you can see, it's a full capacity crowd for the big derby game. I say derby, it's like a dockyard derby this between Portsmouth and Plymouth. And that isn't even a derby. Now, there are a few things I want to achieve with Throwback United. A win. Taking the leads, because we haven't done that yet this year. I mean, even against Yeovil Town of League 2, they're bottom of League 2, by the way, and we somehow managed to lose them 1-0. Southampton have a highlight. Romeu here, Buffal. Buffal shoots and we get the ball and we clear it, and we just that's what we do. We don't keep the ball. We seem to have a problem passing the ball to each other. I mean, I made the kit so we could actually see each other on the pitch. We can't even do that. Buffal, Shane Long. Oh, he's put it wide. Okay, I didn't even see where the ball went, but it's gone wide. That's the main thing. Now, so far, we've gone 25 minutes without going behind, so it's good. Pedersen with a ball in the box, and... Oh, the ball's in the ball. Paul Shauna, it's 1-0. I don't know what happened there. The ball was in the end. Sommer hit the bar, and then Paul Shauna fires it in. We've taken the lead against Southampton. We're going to win a game. I mean, I still don't know what's happened there. The ball's gone flying into the air. It's hit the bar. Paul Shauner's tapped it home. Lovely stuff. And Southampton on the attack straight away. Buffal is hit the post and comes straight back out. I think my arse went into my body there. Oh, Lee Ty's injured. Oh, that's just great. Don't have any centre midfielders to replace him with either. I think what we're going to have to do is going to have to put him there and then put Maynor Figueroa. No, we're not even going to do that. We're going to put John O'Shea to play as an anchor man and send on Sebastian Bassong to play at centre-back. I mean, tactical switches with Proudy. 101. If this doesn't get us the win, nothing will. Okay, at half-time, we're winning 1-0. This is by far the greatest performance we've had so far. We're beating Southampton by a goal to nil. It's good. How are we doing in the league? We're still in the relegation zone. I mean, our -6 goal difference is probably holding us back there. We've got to guard against complacency. Like, that's all that matters. We cannot lose this lead. Please, just don't lose the lead. Oh, I've gone through a lot with Football Manager. If we could just not lose the lead for once in our lives, we might be fine. I knew I should have started this team in the Championship. I set the goals too high. Oh, Premier League, yeah, that's it. We'll get battered every game, says the guy that's leading 1-0. Okay, we haven't had a highlight since we scored. Or we haven't had a shot either. The time's running down really quickly here. Going to send on Pavlyuchenko to go up front. Try and see if we can get something. And John O'Shea is now injured. So I've now lost my defensive midfielder. And I mean, I still haven't got any centre midfielders. So we're going to send on another striker. Jan Vennegoor Hessling's going up front. We're getting so many injuries. I think that's the biggest problem we've had. We've had 2 injuries this game, which has forced more substitutions. And I keep getting injuries in training. I mean, Chris Kirkland's out for 6 months with a damaged spine. 5 minutes left, and still no highlights really happening. Oh, there's a highlight. Just as I said, I jinxed it, haven't I? They're going to score. Against probably the runner play. Oh, Nicky Shaw. I don't know why he just clears it forward. Why do my players just boot the ball, like, aimlessly forward? Gabbiadini. This game disappoints me in many ways. 1 minute we had to hold out for. 1 more minute we had to hold out for. And we've lost the lead. El Yunusi played it into Davis. Gabbiadini on the edge of the box. I mean, Kuszak isn't really a Premier League goalkeeper, is he? Well, at least we got a point on the board. That's the main thing. We got a point on the board at least. We were so close to beating Southampton. So close. Unless Bassong... no, it's game over. 1-1 against Southampton. We were unlucky, but... doesn't really help things. Are we off the bottom of the league? No, we are. We are currently 19th in the league. Crystal Palace are worse than us. Thank God for that. And they got Chelsea. I mean, they're not going to beat them at least. John O'Shea's out for 3 weeks. And Lee Ty's out for 6 days. I have a feeling this might be a long season with the injuries we have. Now, I'm just going to check if Crystal Palace go and beat Chelsea. Lost 3-0. So we're still off the bottom of the league. The only way is, well, slowly we're going to climb our way out of the relegation zone, hopefully. Actually, next episode, we might still have not won a game. Look forward to that.